interesting discussion, and I do not envy your position whatsoever, the decision to make. That being said, I don't think there's any hidden agenda. You all know how I feel about this entire episode. I think that we're in trouble financially as a county, as a state. I was reading some numbers today. The state has collected about $5 billion in personal income tax, where they collected $19 billion last year. They just repaid the last loan they took from the Great Recession to repay the unemployment insurance fund to the federal government. They were one of the first states, California was, to borrow from them again, which we just did today or yesterday. So you're looking at the state level. The reason I'm bringing that up is I heard a lot of opposition today, especially from school districts and a lot of school district personnel. I am the treasurer of the school districts. Half the tax money I collect goes to the school districts. And I'm kind of curious to what they think or where they think this money is going to come from. They're all being paid. Money is coming into these districts. It comes from tax money. It comes from property tax. We've got about a little over a 3% delinquency rate right now, which is a bit surprising to me. We did better than I expected. But I think the next collection period is going to be very dismal. There's a lot of people out of work. If you start looking at the amount of folks that are out of work due to or haven't been paying their rent and are stopping to pay their mortgages, we're still trying to collect that information. I think we're going to see that delinquency rate jump. I also at the delinquency rate for the business personal property tax, which we have about 38,000 out for that to all our businesses, and that's about 12% as we speak now. And so that said, I expect that to climb. Taxes, business tax, property tax, secured property tax, sales tax, all of these things are the lifeblood of the school districts, the lifeblood of the county, the cities, and all of those things. So without that economic engine, we're really going to be heading into a time in which we've never seen. This is going to make 2008 look like a walk in the park. I'm very, very concerned. We have to get our businesses back open again, to open them. They've got to get going. I mean, businesses that we all know, you know, one of them, the soup shop. It's a place that, and it just brings to mind a little business that's been in town for 50, 60 years, gone, and all of these businesses are gone. I've had so many business people reaching out to me. They're scared. They don't know what to do. I was a little concerned about some of the comments today as well about people saying that it's either, you know, profit or death. I don't think that's the case. I work with numbers, and none of the numbers from this pandemic, from the start when the WHO started talking about it till today, have panned out. None of them. They've been wrong completely. If I presented numbers like that to the Board of Supervisors, I would literally be tarred and feathered, stripped of my investment authority, and run out the door. We have to reopen. We have to get things going again. We have to do it safely. We have to protect our communities that are at risk. I completely understand that. But time is of the essence. The board has to push the envelope. We have to push the state in this. We have to get these things reopened, or we're going to be in a very dire situation. As Mr. Kent has already told you, you guys see what the budget's going to look like. It's more than likely going to be worse than that. And a lot of these businesses aren't going to survive, and I don't know where we're going to make up that difference.
All right, thank you, Mr. Christensen. I think, Karen, will you?
Yes, I have a question.
To ask a question, or?
A question for the treasurer. Just real quick, Mr. Treasurer, I know that you had personal issues on face masks and all that, the distancing and all that fun stuff. But my focus trying to get the businesses open, and this is why we were trying to rescind these orders so that we get in line and hopefully make it quicker. Now that we're hearing from Dr. Kaiser that may be actually counterproductive, and you're saying we need to get businesses open, I'm just asking.
I think we need to big businesses open. Unfortunately, you've all been handcuffed by the state, and even Dr. Kaiser to some result. We've been handcuffed. We have to sort of follow the state's lead. Whether face masks are good, I think it was Supervisor Hewitt or maybe Supervisor Jeffries that brought it up earlier and stated that, 1 week we weren't supposed to wear masks, then we were supposed to wear masks, and then we weren't. And so we've had this back and forth. I've seen people wearing, bandito bandanas that look like they're going to rob the stagecoach. They're wearing medical masks. You've got all of these different things going on. Whether they work or not, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. So I have to leave that up to the experts. What I am concerned about is I'm very concerned. I echo the sheriff's concerns about our erosion of civil liberties. And I understand it's a fine line we have to walk, but that is of deep concern too. We all did take an oath. We're there to work for the citizens, not the other way around. That being said, if masks get us open and they can get businesses open and that makes the state feel good, then I guess that's a decision you guys are going to have to make. I personally don't agree with forcing anybody to do a lot of these things, but if that's going to get our businesses open, I'll do anything to get our businesses open. It is that imperative that we have to get business flowing in this county again, or the school districts aren't going to be paid, the counties aren't going to be paid, the cities aren't going to be paid, the special districts aren't going to be paid. We're not going to have the money to do all of these things that we're supposed to be doing. That has to be our top priority, is to get the money flowing again.